That's it.
So Trish.
Yes.
So what's your background? Like, when did you start? What did you do?
What was my background? I was training at a gym called Luzin CrossFit.
Yeah.
It was maybe about 5 years ago, and
Well, how did you discover? Did you training or coaching there, or?
it was my sister actually that
Okay.
that got me into it. Yes, yeah, she was working next door at a therapy clinic at the time,
Okay.
and they had opened up, and she was like, "Let's go try it out," and I was like, "Sure, why not?" And I'll never forget this. I thought I was fit,
Yeah.
and the class, it was rowing and running. I'll never forget it. And I said, "Man, I got some improving to do. That's for sure. That's for sure."
And so you developed your fitness from there,
Yes.
and
yes.
then you decided to hop on the wagon of coaching CrossFit.
That's it. That's it.
So what happened? Like, what made you take your level 1?
What made me take my level 1? I was at a gym at the time where it was very, there was coaches that were missing, and I was always observing from a background perspective, kind of like from a member perspective. And I always was thinking, how can I make this better?
Cool.
From an experience
For other members.
for other members.
Yeah.
Because I was like, things are not working here. At the
as
time,
as well as you wanted, or
as
wished.
well as I was hoping for, and I noticed that people were leaving, and I was like, what's happening? So I kind of took an initiative and just like developed this passion myself. Like,
Yeah.
I was just looking for things to make the experience better. And then a coach asked me, she said, "Hey Trish," she always thought I was certified.
Yeah.
Like, as a
Is this
as
how
a-
professional you were?
Yeah, and I just had opinions that I was willing to talk to the management about.
Cool.
And that's what had happened. I
So-
decided to go take my level 1 from there.
Cool.
Yeah.
And what did you learn at the level 1? Like, what was did you have any? What was your experience?
My experience at the level 1 was definitely movement to move better.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it really teaches you that, for sure.
Learning how to
Move better. We were moving the full, like almost the full 2 days,
Yeah.
with just PVC. It was
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah.
I learned so much there. It was amazing. It was
Then
amazing.
shortly after that, you started here.
Yes, I did.
As a replacement coach, and
I
then
did.
now you have your own classes.
That's it.
And how was that? Like, how has it been? Like,
That
what was
transition.
how
I learned a lot, especially about myself. I have to say,
Yeah.
it's been quite the experience. Learning how to engage with people. Everybody is different and requires different motivation in different ways. Some people like that coach that's very in their face on it, go. Others need more of a, maybe not a laid back approach, I would say, but maybe more of a calming technique or something. I don't know how to describe it.
The difference between the two gyms, like, you went from a gym, then you came here, and in between you did a level 1.
Yes.
What's the biggest difference? Well, what do you see that made you evolve as a coach differently?
Organization, planning in advance, for sure. We had a lot of coaches at the previous gym, unfortunately, that would just show up and write, the board as we go. We didn't really have a set plan necessarily.
Okay.
Here, we do.
Yeah,
It's
the
fantastic.
structure is important.
Their structure is extremely important.
Okay.
And it only helps people evolve better, for sure.
What are the things that you are the most proud of in terms of being a coach and in your evolution in the last months?
Proud of my evolution. I think my confidence.
Yeah.
For sure.
Going back
As a
up.
coach, I would have to say that.
Yeah.
At first, when I first started, I was very, maybe not introverted, but I had a different technique.
Yeah.
But that could have just been because it was from one gym to another. Every gym is different,
Yeah,
as you know. The vibes
obviously.
and
Yeah.
that are different. Not to say that the other place was bad. It
Yeah,
was
of course, it's
fantastic. I learned
different vibes.
so much technique there as well, just more with maybe isolation work, things like that. But
Yeah.
here,
of course.
definitely confidence, for sure.
Cool.
has
And then
evolved.
you kind of ran the gym last June when when a bunch of us went to the French Throwdown in Paris.
Yes.
How was that?
Interesting.
That was a challenge.
It was a challenge. The days were long, but I have to say I really enjoyed it.
Cool.
If you enjoy it, the days don't seem. The days pass by really fast.
It's a tough one. You were managing the gym,
yes.
right?
Yes.
And it was just you were a new trainer. That's awesome.
That's it.
Now, what would you say to someone who starts CrossFit?
Someone who starts CrossFit.
The person walks into the gym and they've never CrossFit before. What's the most
CrossFit.
important? You as a coach, what would you tell?
It's going to take time.
Mm-hmm. Patience.
So patience. You may not feel like you may be. A lot of people come in, they have a great time, but movement, practice, all that stuff, it's just going to take time, and you're going to evolve even better than you first walked in, for sure, 100%. 100%.
What's one thing you'd give an advice to anybody that is a CrossFitter right now? An advice that you'd give them to find out how they can become better people?
Become better people.
Or better athletes, let's say.
A better athlete.
What would you say?
Take the time to listen.
Yeah,
listen.
Yeah, of course.
Take the time to listen. The coaches here, or even at other gyms, they have a lot of knowledge that they can express to you. Yeah. But you just have to be willing to listen.
Listen to how the coach explains the stimulus of the workout.
Stimulus of workout, and just in general.
What should everyone do every day?
Every day.
As a CrossFitter when they walk in the gym?
Smile.
Smile.
You gotta smile. Yeah, you gotta smile. You have to be happy. This is an awesome time, and I really do believe people come to the gym. It is their 1 hour of the day where you can just
the best hour.
The best hour of the day.
Yeah.
Just have fun.
Yeah. And then, as a more practical advice, what would you say to our members such as Thomas, Christina, Benoit? What would you say? Hey, I'm glad you came to the gym. Mm-hmm. I hope, obviously smiled, but, what could they do physically to improve their fitness?
Physically to improve the fitness. Quality over quantity.
Okay, so learn how to move better. Adapt and scale better.
That's it.
Rather than going too hard.
That's it, too hard.
Have you noticed that, sometimes it could be a problem?
For people to overtrain?
To go too hard, too heavy, maybe.
Happens all the time.
Yeah.
It happens all the time. And that's why I say listening is one of the most important things with stimulus.
Yeah. Because we're all trying to get people fitter. Right?
That's it.
So it's important to explain the stimulus and to not deviate from it. And
That's
not
it.
Because something is written down on the board.
That's it.
It doesn't mean that you have to absolutely do and go RX.
That's it.
It's
not always about going RX.
What are your biggest CrossFit pet peeves?
My biggest CrossFit pet peeves? Oh, man.
If you had to name three.
If I had to name three?
Yeah, what would it be?
Not going full extension movements, breaking the movement. No.
So not full extension of your hips, or full range of motion.
Yeah, full range of motion.
Okay.
For sure. Using too many your lifters, too many extra
apparel stuff.
Yeah, too much apparel.
Straps, knee sleeves, headbands.
That's it. Especially when we're training. There's difference, right? There's difference. So training that I would like to knock out if we could, belts and that, too, when we're training. Sometimes it's good, have fun, use it, whatever. But if you want to improve, really range of motion and your strength overall, we can dump that stuff, and use it once in a while when you're, to have a good time.
Yeah. So full range of motion, the gear, and then do you have any other ones that you'd like to say?
From a coaching perspective, or from you?
CrossFit pet peeve.
CrossFit pet peeve. People who talk too much
Oh yeah.
during the workout,
3, 2, 1, go, and they still chat.
Yeah, and they're still chatting, So you gotta work hard. You gotta
because hard work pays off.
That's it. Hard work pays off for sure.
Cool. What are your plans in the next 12 months? What do you expect? What do you see as a coach?
What do I see as a coach? I would love to expand my knowledge on a wide range of topics. I was actually looking at kettlebells. I think I might look into more kettlebell use and all
Kettlebell
that
training,
stuff.
yeah.
Kettlebell training really interests me. That's something I'd like to look more into in the next few months for sure.
Cool. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So what are your hours? When do you coach?
I coach 7:40 Tuesdays,
Tuesdays.
and I coach the Friday nights.
And then Friday night.
Yeah.
2:30. And there might be more hours.
Yes.
Well, obviously there's going to be Wadapalooza.
Yes.
So you're going to see Trish.
That's exciting. Yeah.
Yep. Thank you. That's awesome.